Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm back with a video, and I'm just wanting to talk about the ever-expanding news of the Freedom Convoy, the arrests of leaders, and the coming convoy in America, and more. Before I get started, go check out my other platforms, links in the description and pinned in the comments down below on YouTube. Definitely check out Rumble for sure. I upload there normally like YouTube, and I have an exclusive every Sunday. And it's just in case, this YouTube channel ever gets the inevitable ban that it's obviously going to get one day. But anyways, the news cycle in Canada has just been quite the fiesta shit blend of propaganda from the CBC, American media, and, of course, escalating authoritarian actions of the Canadian government. And in very recent news, yesterday, you may have already heard, 2 leaders of the Freedom Convoy were arrested and charged. And as of today, they're beginning their mass arrests of protesters. They're towing the trucks, and they're using essentially martial law in combination with Trudeau's Emergencies Act to forcefully shut down this protest. And this should sound familiar to you, and if China rings a bell, you deserve a cookie. You really do. But no, seriously, this is how a dystopian future for Canada would begin in my eyes. This is a very bad direction, and it's not looking good. It's looking quite grim. Hundreds of police have taken to the streets to start arresting these people, and look, I'm no expert in fucking anything. I'm going to tell it straight, but I can tell you one thing. When a government forces your peaceful protests to shut down by martial law and emergency powers, considering all the other protests that happened in Canada, just like America, where they did literally nothing while they burned buildings, one, those powers will never be revoked. Welcome to the American experience. And 2, you will no longer in any form be in a democracy anymore, and you're going to need to fight like hell before you no longer have a chance to, because they're taking it away. And the thing is, though, on a brighter note, in order for Trudeau to continue having these powers from his Emergencies Act, he does need the support of his parliament to keep it going, and that's dwindling. And let's just say Trudeau's not really having the best of time with his parliament, especially after, accusing the Conservative caucus, including countless Jewish descendants from Holocaust survivors. They were survivors of the Holocaust, many of them. He's just accused them of being Nazi supporters and in support of the swastika, which, imagine, right? Imagine being in their situation and being called a Nazi, essentially. It's got to be highly offensive, and in my opinion, I think it's Fubar, fucked up beyond all reason. I don't even think it's Fubar, I think it's mega Fubar. And he doubled down after just being asked simply, like, can you apologize? That was actually kind of fucked up. And he didn't. And then when asked to apologize again, he just tripled down on it. And this dude I don't know what's going on in his head other than he's probably just a tyrant, or he's deluded, or both. Who knows? But what a leader, right? Leader. But there's a bit of light at the end of this tunnel here, at least, potentially. And there are some bits of further brighter news here, too. The Freedom Convoy really did have a huge impact on Canada, and it had a huge impact on a lot of areas in the world. It ended some vax mandates in some areas, especially in Canada. It got the Freedom Convoy to kind of start slightly forming in other countries like Holland, the Netherlands, and it ended some stuff there. It also inspired countless people to stand up for what's right. And I think that's why there is some still bright news on this, because it's not over, and that also leads into the other big news. The Freedom Convoy is coming to America, and it'll be making its way from California to their end goal, DC, for their end mandates protest. And all I can say, really, all I know is to buckle up when this one happens. And I mean buckle up, because the propaganda machine is just going to go, they're just going to be throwing it out like crazy. So I also want to just be a little conspiratorial here, and this one's just, speculation. I like to delve into these topics personally, but it's very likely we're going to see some of the largest internet blackouts in American history when this whole convoy comes to America. But as I said, that's just a bit of my speculation. But on another note, countless, like pretty much almost all of them, in Washington, D.C., the police have canceled all of their leave time to ensure that they'll be at the Capitol for when this protest hits. Meaning that D.C. 100% plans to take action on the protest, whether it'll be to enact martial law when the truckers arrive, or before, or neither, but nonetheless, they clearly have a plan to take action or be ready. And don't be afraid to get arrested, and don't be afraid to get fined, because trust me, what history teaches us is what comes later if none of us stands up and none of us just takes this petty little shit. It's going to be worse than jail time or fines. It's going to be a lot worse. And no one has ever said, you know, this fight would be easy. It's never been easy, especially when we're fighting for freedom. We have to fight. There's a quote that comes to mind. Freedom grows from blood-soaked soil. It's a good one to reference here. And I want to say thank you, Parkway Drive, for that good quote. But I don't know what to expect. And I actually kind of want to join this protest. I can't financially handle it, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, right? It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And it's going to be big. But as soon as this protest hits America, I think it's going to just absolutely erupt into a giant inspirational pool and hope. Just a beacon for the world, you know, filled with people who just want to be individuals. You know, people that want to have their own autonomy. That just, you know, that's what makes humanity beautiful. Let's just be ourselves. But this news cycle's still unfolding. There's stuff happening every day. It's starting to escalate now. As of today, mostly just the arrests are piling up, and Trudeau's probably going to start having some issues with his own parliament. So who knows how long his emergency powers are going to last. And if they fail to last, then we're going to see even more news coming in the Canadian Freedom Convoy, as well as the one coming in America simultaneously, which I think is going to be absolutely fantastic if that's the case. But that's all for today, though, guys. You know, more news, as I said, will be unfolding on this convoy, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. First Rumble exclusive will be out this Sunday, and the other videos will return Monday. So, thanks for listening. Peace.